in only one God, and whoever return to Him and ask Him for guidance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save him. And the angels also pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make him enter Jannat. رَبَّنَا وَأَدْخِلْهُمْ جَنَّاتِ عَدْنٍ الَّتِي وَعَدْتَهُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised them to make them enter Jannat. وَمَنْ صَلَحَ مِنْ آبَائِهِمْ وَأَزْوَاجِهِمْ وَذُرِّيَّاتِهِمْ. The angels ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enter those who were righteous from their fathers, from their forefathers. Min abaihim. O Allah, enter their fathers also, but not their all fathers. Their fathers who was righteous. وَمَنْ صَلَحَ مِنْ آبَائِهِمْ. Who has the same belief, the belief of Islam, monotheism. So no one can enter Jannah because of his son, because of his righteous son, if he was evil one. The most important criteria here is that the person should be sincere before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If he wasn't sincere, if he wasn't respectful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, none of his sons, none of his relatives can avail him anything, can bring him any benefit, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks in his sight the important thing about his servants, that they should be believer. Even the Prophet Abraham sallallahu alayhi wasallam couldn't avail his father, couldn't bring any benefit to his father. He said, I will make istighfar for you, but then when he noticed that فَلَمَّا تَبَرَّأَ أَنَّهُ عَدُوٌ لِلَّهِ تَبَرَّأَ مِنْهُ. When he realized that his father is the enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, I am free from you. I don't want you. If you have hostility against my Lord, against the Creator, against your Creator, then it doesn't matter you are my father or you are my relative. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not promise to enter the relatives of the righteous people despite of their disbelief. If they are disbeliever, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not have mercy on them, even if they were the relatives of the prophets, even if they were the relative of a righteous person. For example, the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he didn't believe in Allah, he didn't confess the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will not be able to do anything for him, because the most important thing in this religion, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah himself, he is the most important thing. Other than him, we are all creatures. If someone has hostility against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, none can save him, no one can save him, no one can do a favor to him. Even the prophets, even the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have no right or have no any ability to do something for them. Even they will not have that will to do any favor for them, because when a person realizes that this person is the enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how can you ask Allah to bring him to Jannah? Do you love him more than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or with him? If your heart with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if Allah is the one who is above everything according to you, then you will sacrifice everything in order to live that happiness, that enjoy with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should not expect our relatives, if they have hostility against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if they are enemies of the one who created everything, we can only make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide them. But if they do not want to be guided, none can have the ability to guide them, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything. He knows their hearts, He knows their choice, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He will to guide somebody, that person means that he deserves that guidance, because Allah al-Hakim, He does not do anything in wail. He does not do something randomized. Allah. So we can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide them, and we should know that Allah may guide them, can guide them if they deserve that guidance, not with our dua. If the dua could do, if the asking could do something, the Prophet ﷺ asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala many times to guide his uncle, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't guide him. He said, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ. You cannot bring guidance for someone you loved. You cannot guide. Allah is the one who has the guidance, and He gives him for whom He deserves that guidance, and sends astray those who deserves to be to deserve that. وَمَنْ صَلَحَ مِنْ آبَائِهِمْ. If there was someone righteous one in his relatives, the angels ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring them together, to make them enter Jannah together. وَمَنْ صَلَحَ مِنْ آبَائِهِمْ, from their fathers, وَأَزْوَاجِهِمْ, from their wives, from their spouses, وَذُرِّيَّاتِهِمْ, and from their offspring. If there were righteous people, the angels say, "Oh Allah, bring them together, gather them in Jannah, so that they may find delight in one another, in dwelling neighbors." وَمِنْ آبَائِهِمْ وَأَزْوَاجِهِمْ وَذُرِّيَّاتِهِمْ إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Indeed, you are the one who is Al-Aziz. Indeed, you are the one who is Al-Hakim. They say, "Oh Allah, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you will, it happens. إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ." You are the one, none can resist or overwhelm against you. You are Al-Aziz. You are above everyone. You has all the power. وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ. He has all the power. He is the irresistible over His servants. So you can do whatever you want. You are Al-Aziz. You has every right to do whatever you want. But we know that at the same time you are Al-Hakim. You have that power, that limitless power, that infinite power, that utter power. But we know that you are Al-Hakim. You are not unjust. You do what is proper to do. You do what is good to do. You are Al-Hakim. You do what is just. What is just, you do. So you do, for example, you do not take one of his relatives who does not deserve hidayah. You do not guide him, because you are Al-Hakim. If you guide someone who do not deserve that guidance, it will be injustice for the others. So you are Al-Hakim. You have all the power, but you do not use them in an unjust way. You do not wrong anyone with that power. Even no one can resist you. No one have any power against you. So it's clear, it's open for you to do whatever you want, whatever you will, but you does not will injustice, because you are al-Hakim. Al-Hakim means who do not wrong, who do not use his power in vain, who do not do anything in vain. Whatever he does, there is meaning, there is justly meaning for his actions. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا، ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا، ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.